And we're back. Let's check our skills. Do we have anything we can add quick? Nope. That one's already on. We don't have any more skills. We need more skills to pay the bills. A lot more skills, actually. Man, we've been doing free time all along, I guess. We're just gonna have to go for it. Hajime Maste.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trials. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Okay.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Okay.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Weird. That line is like from the movie for the... Oh, what was it? The Scarecrow.
Head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
It's not a good thing for me.
The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
But then it's full of dreams instead of that.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Okay,
Then,
sure.
let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Yay, despair disease.
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The
We
other
weren't
5 in the
affected.
motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from the symptoms.
Okay.
We immediately headed over to the
no.
hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then
So
I saw
the
the
timing of this
incoming
is so
signal light
good.
on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was
Very creepy indeed.
a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
You ran
I
over
tried to
the
stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue.
I wonder if Ibuki might have died way
It was
before
too late.
this incident, though, too.
By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, because the hair is not as long as Ibuki's hair there, so there's a disparity there. I think this is Ibuki here, though, because the hair is long enough.
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Okay.
Why the motel? Because
Guess
it was
that's where
close
it's
to the
moving.
music venue. And unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
I mean, that's just
Various
like,
ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Yeah, that's really confusing, too.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led
Looks
them
like
to the
that,
music
right?
venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door.
Yeah, how did the door get locked? I'm not sure on that one.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's.
Because they could have like mind fucked Ibuki into killing herself and Kyoko, but man, that's
And
like
not
a
just
stretch.
that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
Yeah.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
Yeah.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
That's good.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
God, this is gonna be hard, isn't it?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
Yeah.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body,
I knew you
then
would
you
vote for
could be
this.
lying as much as you want right now, right?
Yeah,
Lie?
that's true, but yeah.
Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth to you.
Do you doubt me?
He doubts. I don't know if he doubts
If
this
you're
or
not lying, I would like you to prove it.
Okay, here we get the
Come
first spin over
on,
here.
try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Just as discussing Nagito is the kind of guy who is confused. Worse. Damn, I should explain it's true. We're gonna make our first argument. What bolts we have? The room key, the surveillance camera, the movie ticket, paper. So we'll have to go through.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Hajime's testimony is a lie? Then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would...
I don't think I can deny that possibility.
Yeah.
After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
There, we get that.
No, that's
Easy
wrong.
enough. We got the ticket for that bit. That was kind of the one I was
I'm
thinking
not
of
the
happening.
killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Unless somebody
Of course you're
told
not.
us about it.
I already knew that.
God, frick, man. Why would you do that to me?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
Jesus.
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Jesus.
No mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
Well, that's at
Or
least,
did anyone tell him what happened
plus for
in the
us.
movie?
Hold on a sec! You're the one who brought this up in the first place!
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well,
I actually like
since
this
we're
line of
opening
question.
with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation and also provide a good warm-up.
Man, this feels so weird. He's
What
such a real
warm-up?
thing.
This isn't a game, you know.
It is a good warm-up. It's
Don't get mad.
fourth wall break there a little
I
bit.
just think warming up is really important.
Yeah.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Yeah.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable,
So
Okay.
this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
I'm positive.
Not
Then that
necessarily.
seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
That's great.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide.
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is.
Yeah.
The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
But like, Hiyoko could have died at any time. So are they trying to pin it on Princess
I
Jan?
couldn't have
I
been
don't
gone
know.
for more than 10 minutes.
That's so
they
fast.
killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you
Crazy.
mean, a closed room?
the
one
killer
can get in.
blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they
so
blocked the
confused
door
now.
from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, this is what I have not
You're
solved.
absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
Oh my god.
Hell? Why's it gotta be us?
Jumping so quickly to this, then they might have not did it. Oh my god.
The others all have alibis.
Jesus.
Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if
It's too
Akane
early
and
for this,
Nagito
but
were
man.
laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
That's
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the
that's
killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
oh my god.
Wicked way of backing us into a
Yakuza-chan
wall.
is like
Is this
right,
his
but I don't
professional
know.
skill?
Yeah. The killer was inside the music room. Himself thinking, but is it really there? Oh my god. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is if Ibuki did something to. So.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
Okay.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Okay.
By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Surveillance videos. Do you want to go with the drumsticks there?
The killer was still
Motel
inside the music
key,
venue.
thick
By
piece of
locking the door from the
papers,
inside,
stepladder
they
doesn't
tried
make
to
any
keep us from
sense.
getting in.
I'm gonna go with the
It
goo on
seems they were
the
trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in
Who
front of the
cares
door.
about the goo though?
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Nope. Broken drumstick on the hill was alright. But is that proof? It's not like I need to know who really locked the thing. It's mistaken. Okay,
The
so we
killer
got the
was still
goo.
inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
Oh no, it's the goo!
It seems they were
Oh my
trying to stall
God!
for time.
Oh!
How
Oh,
did
that's
they lock
slightly
the door?
clever.
That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken...
You can use that as a... By doing that, waited till we get... And suddenly...
And the broken
They look
drumsticks are
like-
just
I've seen this
fake.
in serial crime
Oh my god, I
dramas.
totally didn't get that. That's so good.
The killer was still
That's a good
inside,
one.
locking the door from the inside. They tried to keep
Oh
us
my
from getting
God.
in.
It seems they were trying.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken...
You can use that as a... By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to
I
keep
hate
us
you
from
so
getting...
much,
seems they
Purple
were
there.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt
I
to lock
guess
the door.
we would be
By doing
thrown
that,
off
the
with
killer
broken
who was hiding in
drumstick,
waited
man.
till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music venue. by locking the door from the inside.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, I would have not picked up on that unless they said the drumstick angle was wrong. I would totally got it on that one.
Wait a second. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside?
Sorry, Baby Chan.
Glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Yeah. Some transparent could be gum, glue, rubber. Can we go
I
glue?
see.
So
Semi-transparent
that pays up for
glob.
the.
Must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one
advised.
typically eats.
That
Except
glue
for,
was
like,
only applied to
elementary
the areas
stores.
where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
Would it be strong enough
And
though?
thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily. That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Not too much,
It's
but
so
yeah.
obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Maybe, but
Are
yes.
you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then
Totally missed it.
I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Don't worry, Fukumi. I fell for that trap too.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So,
Let's not do that quick
during
here.
the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
Yeah,
And they
but
also
faked it
taped her
there.
up after killing her, right?
Even
Okay.
quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while
Why
Hajime
would
was
you
away
say
from the
that?
venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Yeah. Oh
When
my god,
Hajime got to
Nagito
the
is
venue,
getting so useful
Only
right now.
Ibuki's body was there, right?
Yeah.
And when you went back with everyone else, Hyoko's body was there too, right?
Yep.
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's
Yeah.
right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
What is the scrap from the night venue? We should be able to find. Figure it out here. Is it carpet here or something? We'll see what we can spell here. We're gonna go for carpet here quick. What was the piece of paper that was stuck there? Yeah, it's supersized R. Okay, it's wallpaper. Oh shit, that was the L I needed. I could really use that A, but whatever. We're gonna take massive damage because I'm bad at this game. What's next? It's another B, right? Oh, that was a bad mistake. Give me that E. Where is our last R? Wallpaper is good enough, I guess.
I got it!
Wasn't totally sure. I thought it was carpet, but yeah, wallpaper's fine.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
Yeah.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
Yep.
Right. You overlaid the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper. See?
Something in there.
See. So the scrap that...
Something. See, it's a perfect fit. That. See the scrap to con. Look at this. Originally, this
And what's
wallpaper.
wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were
Man,
exceptional
Negato, you're
enough to
kinda
identify that scrap of
moving.
paper, you can figure this out easily.
Nagato is like running this by the balls. Strap of paper stuck in the down light. Put this down in the storage room. It's connected to the body somehow. Brace, find the answer should be clear. Let's give it a try. Logic driver. Oh, it's this one. Our health is not looking so good now. Okay, we can do a jump here. Okay, go in here. Dodge it. Boosting. Question time. Question 1. Yuko is... So we were hidden there? Yep. Something about her body was hidden there, right? Oh, I could really use the questions read to me instead of having to take time to read them while I'm like wondering about this. Here comes the next question, question 2. Did the killer hide the body for her? Oh, well. Oh, please tell me. Just hide her body was the wallpaper, not the curtain. That could have been 50-50 if I'm totally honest there. Oh. What does this have to do with logic or puzzlings at all? Man, it's like weird, but did the killer hide the body with the wallpaper with covered killer from the wall? I'm gonna go with nope. Hide the body with the wallpaper. They covered the pillar. I guess they covered it. I don't get that one at all. But we only screwed up once, so good enough.
It's all coming together.
Oh well. Easy enough, I guess.
Got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
Okay.
What? They hid the pillar?
We didn't notice that there.
By wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Oh my, it's
However,
under that.
because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
So
Well, that's
crazy there.
understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
Crazy.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Wow, that's really crazy there.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body.
I didn't see that bit
and
at
then
all.
peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. He accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding his body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
I guess it's
Crime itself
make it
would
look
be
good.
much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off
And
that
with-
wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
And then they also have to make it look like, they have to glue the thing close.
When was Hiyoko actually killed?
She doesn't kill anything.
And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Okay.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5?
hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
He's gonna
You're
say
pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Okay.
I
Weird thing.
knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
That's a
Based
question I
on
don't
what
know
we
the
know,
answer.
the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Chose these murders to intimidate us, to hide the weapon, to establish, to let their accomplice escape, to mix the order of the killing, because
I see!
the order of the killing, right?
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Yeah, that
A
one's
valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
Not even trying
I'll
to
let
break.
you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Does Gundam do this?
Jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
You call him bearded jerk? Because you don't understand what he's saying.
look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That
Yeah.
means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
Oh, this is
What's wrong
the
with that?
blood bit there.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
Yeah.
That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
Oh my god, Gundam looks so guilty
Your
now.
opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
He is really annoying
First
there.
and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
The
How
blood.
can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
We use our
Because
minds.
she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Yeah, he is. Continuous circles. I think it's best to clarify Ibuki's status before killing. Give me those feeties. Blood smear on the soles, I think that's good enough.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor. We said that was wrong and that was When
right.
Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
There we go.
I agree with that.
There we go. Thank you, Princess Chan. Sorry for thinking you were the murderer.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Yep.
Then it's
that's true.
Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded.
Unless they use
Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Okay.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Okay, this lamb's gonna slaughter you.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Sure.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Okay, let's go with it, Trinu.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you realized our difference in status.
Let's
However,
get slicing
the
up now.
time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Sure. Let's slice and dice it now. Step ladder, candle, smudge on the floor.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just a see a nice nightmare.
Man, the
You're
swords
saying
are
the
going
blood
so...
on Ibuki's feet belonged? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no... You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about one see a nice
slicer.
We're saying the blood on Ibuki's... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
There we go, slice it up.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Cut through your words! Man, you gotta go around it 3 times for you.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Except
Yes,
for there's this much.
I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but...
Yeah.
Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Yeah.
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from
Weird
Mikan,
fact.
none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe
So Mikeni is a little
it
out.
was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy?
Yeah.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
But that's something that she would
Time
only
of
know.
death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object. But then it's decided. Hyoko was killed
Excuse me.
before Ibuki.
Yep.
It
Now it's
appears
easy
that
enough.
it is wiser to retreat for now.
Okay. You can go to the corner.
But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
So now we don't have any suspects really. Though Gundam might be a
Now
suspect.
then,
Just.
let us resume our debate.
But we need to figure out who saw the movie.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Okay.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Sure.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all. Yourself.
Siv.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Because he's an asshole.
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's dead, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's
Yeah, but
totally
that doesn't-
impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if
This
Ibuki's
is-
the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means...
Yeah, it was way too premeditated.
The killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Oh, but she was hanging
She
from the
waited
day.
until Hajime left. That's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
Yeah, but that's way too premeditated to be, like, thinking that you're just saying.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
Nagato's being a
There's still
bit
one more issue on my mind.
reasonable here, but yeah.
If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Somebody pretending to be her.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't
She was
know
afflicted
anything
by the
about
disease,
that.
right?
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something.
Yeah.
So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So,
Okay.
an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
Yeah.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
Yeah.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
Okay.
What time did Hajime see that video?
Before the morning
Saw it at the
announcement.
hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
So
And I
this
saw the
shit's
body
just
at the music
spoiling
venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Okay.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
No, we don't need that decree, but sure. Famous count. Famous count.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Keep it in
Right
the
before the
slope
morning
on that
announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Okay. We'll have to think for a second here.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was
man,
supposed
so
to be,
tired.
my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
I gotta remember everybody's alibis.
Aside from
quick.
those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
Wrong one. So we gotta check out Sonya's and everybody else's alibi. I think I'm gonna call it a part here. Need to take a quick break and I'll be right back.